detection เยอะก็ได้ The turn-in will group you in three groups. The first one we call AI generated text. AI generated text, known as LLM models or large language models. The idea is you start from ChatGPT, Copilot, SciSpace, or even the Gemini. You just say, hey, can you write me introduction about this one? Can you write me literature review on this one? And you just copy it and place it on your chapter 2. This one can detect in models AI generated text. And the second one we call AI bypasser. AI bypasser. So you can search from the internet, hey, AI, what is the AI bypasser? So suppose you start with the ChatGPT and you think if I submit to the iThenticate, 100% they detect prepared by AI. So you use another model, change the structure, make it to avoid the AI detection cannot detect. We call the bypasser. So they come with, suppose you send a text created by ChatGPT and use this one, change the sentence structure and maybe look like same meanings, but cannot detect by the AI detection. So this one we call AI bypassers. And the last one we call AI paraphrasing. AI paraphrasing. You start with ChatGPT again, and you say, if I submit 100%, they show me the report, 100% written by AI or prepared by AI. So you use another program like Qbox, like the Grammarly, and prompt that, can you paraphrase me the AIs? Suppose start from ChatGPT, you use the ChatGPT text and let this program to paraphrase. The turn-in will detect, hey, look like word spinner, look like a paraphrase text. The turn-in will highlight in different color. From the model 1, group 1, AI generated text and bypassers, they will highlight in cyan. Cyan mean green or blue. They detect like this. It show you use the model generated text and AI bypasser. And another one, if you use Grammarly to paraphrase or humanizer, they will take in a purpose. A purpose show you start from the generated text and you use another AI paraphrasing to paraphrase same as humanizer or human writing. So this one, the turn-in can detect. And you want to know how it work, and show you the report. They will separate the report into reports. The first one we call similarity report. The second one we call the AI report. The AI report, how many percent have you create from the AI? Suppose you got 100 sentence, 51 sentence prepared by AI. So they will show you in science color, they say I got 50% likely. Likely it means you have to decide. Maybe they have some sentence confused. Some confirm have to use the human to decide. This is like a AI language or human language. So they give you the evidence, let you make a decision. It look like the first one, 50%. I found HD4 match in the whole thesis. And they give you, this is likely AI generated text from LLM, large language model. And two match are equal to 1%. You start from generated text and use another models to paraphrase and submit to the iThenticate. They found you two match or equal to 1%. And then how it work? So when you submit to the iThenticate, they will divide your thesis in segments. For each segment contain 5 to 10 sentences. Each sentence is score 0 to 1. Score 0 to 1. So suppose I'm AI. I have brain tails. This is like a human language. This is like a AI languages. So if your sentence is score equal to 1, they say that it's prepared by AI. If sentence is score 0.1, it's decided prepared by the human. So they will calculate the same as this, the same as this. Suppose you are look like prepared by AI, they will score 1 or 0.x, 0.9, likely to be AI writing. But prepared by humans, score is 0.0, 0.01, 0.02. And we'll calculate from this and show you in the percentage. So this is how it works. And then the system requirements, the technical requirements, the file size, you can upload up to 100 megabytes. But for word counts, you cannot upload the whole thesis. Because you imagine the whole thesis, 6 chapters, is more than 30,000. It's almost 100,000 words. So you cannot upload the whole thesis. I recommend you, if you want to check the thesis, I recommend you to submit or upload chapter by chapter. Chapter by chapter. Suppose I want to check chapter 1, you upload chapter 1. Chapter 2, upload chapter 2. Because you look at that word limit. Just only 30,000, not enough for the whole thesis, but enough for one papers or article sets enough. And compatible with the English only. English only. English only. The file type that compatible with the Microsoft Office, basic Microsoft Office, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, Word, PDF, text, and list text format. We don't accept, we call a bullet, no list, no bullet, or computer code. They support only the sentence or articles. This is the system requirement. And what else? A tool that most people use. What tool that turn it in candy text? The first one, some of you know that, the Q box. And the secondly, Most people use it, the Grammarly. And the last one's size or another open source. But question on me, what the Grammarly that I use the turn in or iThenticate can detect? So they have exception. The first one, if you use Grammarly for check your spelling, check your grammars, you can do it. No flag on this. But if you use the Grammarly to paraphrase your text, you start from AI and use Grammarly to paraphrase it. The turn-in will flag on that and say that, hey, I don't think this is prepared by your own. I think you prepared by AI. This is the thing that you can upload and what the turn-in can detect you, AI and similarities. Back to iThenticate again. So you are ready to use. The first one, I want to upload my thesis, my first stop for today. How can I do it? You start from this. You look at that. So you the highlight point, this one. You look at that. On the right-hand side, the turn-in will provide you upload buttons. Turn-in provide you two options. The first one, repository comparison. This is mean you want to check against the whole internet archive. Check again with premium scholarly journals, 47,000 journals. Recommend you to use that one. Repository comparison. And the second one, doc-to-docs features. You can apply to support. You have the first research published last year. The next step of research continue from the previous research. You just use the results from the previous research to make another research, the continuous research, the next research. But you want to compare the difference or the same thing from the previous research that I shouldn't miss or I have to change to my own word. This is we call doc-to-docs or events. You study in doctors, and you can compare with a thesis from master. So you check sales plagiarism. So you can compare with your own previous works. And another one, you compare with your colleagues. Suppose you maybe know that your friends or your colleague copy your chapter 2 and place in his own thesis. And you just go to the advisor, say, hey, my friends copy my chapter 2. Can you check and find the evidence for me? So the advisor will start with the doc-to-docs. Use your own as an originals and takes your colleagues as the compare papers to compare with your originals. And if the evidence prove that chapter 2 100% same as you, maybe they will ask your colleague to resign from the student. So this is we call doc-to-doc. You can upload up to 5 files to compare with your own. So let's start the first one. Repository comparison. Just click on this. Repository comparison. The first one, they will show you the requirement, the system requirement. The first one, you can upload the whole files. The individual file not less than 100 megabytes for individuals, but from the totals uploadings, suppose you upload 2 files or 3 files, up to 200 megabytes, up to 200 megabytes, at least 20 words or one sentence, less than 20 words cannot generate the report. Page, maximum page, you can upload up to 800 pages. So you can question on me, enough for the whole thesis? So more than enough. I have seen the thick one, just only 400 pages. So 800, you can upload 2 theses. It's more than enough. And if you want to upload for the AI, the same as the requirement that I mentioned you earlier, the word, maximum word you can upload to is 30,000 words. 30,000 words. This is the system requirement. And now I'm ready to upload. You just click on browse file, browse file. Select from your local drive or external hard drive. Select it, pick one, and open it. And you look at that, it iThenticate to you, hey, this is a file that you want to upload. I generate the title for you, the same as the file names. You want to make change? Yes. Suppose you want to make change to my first step or my proposals. I change the titles to a proposal. This is my first step. I just remind that this is my first step. If you don't change, they will generate the same as your file names, your file name. So this is the first step. The second step, uploading. Just one click on submit, just submit. Take a few minutes. You look at that, it's still processing, You look at that, haven't generated report yet, it's still processing. This is how to upload, compare with 2 major sources. So I will repeat you a step again. I want to check my thesis again. You go to upload, select the first one, repository comparison. Just one click on this, choose file, select one, select one, open it, change the file names, change the titles. Suppose this is my research papers on marijuana. This is my papers on topics marijuana. Just click submit. So very easy, not too complicated for you. Any questions so far? Easy step. So went for a results. So what you look at that? My proposal finished. The percentage displayed show up. It's ready for you to view the similarity report. View the similarity reports. Even you look at that, the recent one, the paper that I just upload. Similarities, I got only 3%. But you look at that, AI writing is 100%. So the second one, I prepare by ChatGPT. The time it detect that 100% you get from maybe an AI create for you. So I will explain you one by one. So what you look at that, I want to see 26%. What is 26% for similarity report? Just want to click, see the detail, view the report. Just one click. You look at that, they open like this. So I will show you how to turn in calculate the similarity index. You will ask me, how can I get 26? What's the calculation that turn in use as a base for, 26%? How can I get it from? Can you explain me more? So I open the calculators. Suppose you look at that. The turn in will start counting the detection text. You look at that. The match tag that turn in match with the source, they will highlight in different color. They will highlight in different color. The turn in will start counting that the highlight text. How many word? How many word? Suppose I am a turn in. I am authenticate. I just start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The total is 3,002 word, a match word. And I will calculate in percent. 3,002. Take from this one the word cow. Word cows you divide by 3,000 divide by word cow 11,117 and multiply by 100 equal to 20%. 27. Have you imagined? I'll repeat again. You will ask me, how can I know that? What the iThenticate calculate forms? What the formulas or format that turn it in calculate form? So start from the zero again. You look at that. The highlight text in different colors. It means the turn in detect that word. Each match to the source that can in use as primary sources. That from the internet, from the journals, the iThenticate will start counting. Start count the highlight text. 1, Michelle's, Kate, the 2, the 3, 4, 4. Suppose the total detected text is equal to 3,002. 3,002. You have to use 3,000 to divide by your word count. Your word count. So this is my thesis. The turn in iThenticate will count one page to the last page equal to 11,117. You just divide by word count 11,117 word and multiply by 100 equal to 727. Similar at this. This is the lovely calculation. So how can I get it from? You got an idea? So this is we show you in the next step. You have to prove that 26 do I plagiarism or copy from other works. I show you a step by step to interpret it. So you say to turn it in again, say to the turn it in again. Suppose I'm not good in mathematics. I want to know 26%. How many words? So reverse it. You start from word counts 11,117 multiplied by 27, 26%, 26% equal to 2,890. This is the word that turn in the text match to other source. So this is reverse calculation. So this is how it's work. Suppose you want to say that, show me 2,800. What can you detect? What page? What sentence? Watchword? Can you show me page by page? Match by match. So then it will start show you this source that most detects. You look at that, the first one, they found that 3% detect from this website, lawjustia.com. How many words from 3%? You don't need to use the calculator anymore. The iThenticate will calculate for you. You look at that. From the first source, they calculate equal to 257 match word. 257 match word. It means 3% from the first source equal to 355 word. 355 word. And how many match? They match in 22 match or text box. So text box, not only one page. They may found one sentence on page 1, 2 sentence in second page or something like that. So show me from start matching. Just put the mouse over text box. You look at that. The kernel will come from the first page. They detect the first sentence, the whole sentence. What do you think? Do you have to rely? This is called plagiarism or not. You look at that. So I will zoom in, zoom out, zoom. What is your idea? The first sentence. Turn in the text, the whole sentence. Do you think you have to rely again? So I will give you the idea. You imagine on the chapter 2 or introduction in a paper. So some kind of citation, you think about that? There are two major types of citation. Two major types of citation. The first one we call paraphrasing. Have you heard this word? Paraphrasing is mean you use my idea to mention on your thesis, but you cannot copy my word by word. You have to change to your own word and give credit to me. So it's mean the paraphrasing. This means turn in cannot detect because you don't copy exactly the same as me. Turn in will detect in maybe some a keyword or some a name of model. So this is we call the paraphrasing. And another type of citation we call a quoted text. Have you heard that quotation? So you look at that on this. Suppose you are studying in law, and just maybe make a decision on this. The judge omniscient say, if you stole anything from others, you will be maybe guilty, sent to a jails, or pay fines, or sent to the prison. So this means you say, I cannot change to my own word. If I change to my own word, the meaning may be different from the originals. So I cannot change. I need quotes exactly the same as an originals. I encode it with the quotation and give the citation. And another thing is that you have to do, delete sentence. You look at that. They say Second Circuit, the name of court in US. We call the Second Circuit. State that or mention that or opinion that. After that, I quote exactly the same as court opinions. So this is mean I don't change to my own word. This is some kind of a citation. So this one allow you to use it. So in cannot say that, hey, this is a quoted text. This is the paraphrase. The human who have to decide. Look at in the paper. So if you are advisors, you will advise student. This is allow you because you are, we call a proper citation, a proper citation. You follow the rule of a citation. So Turnitin cannot say that this is the plagiarism, this is not. Because they detect the same, exactly the same as you, they will say similarity or exactly the same. But in no listen, just say that same, but cannot decide this is a good citation, proper citation, or improper citation. So the first one, don't worry about that. You can leave it. You can leave it. And the next step, move to second match. You look at that on the second match. The match only a few words, a few words. And you look at a few words, the same as like you mentioned about the city names, like animal names, substance names, or even your names, even your university name. This is the general term that you most use in your field, but not longer than sentence. So this one is not look like you copy from other works, just similar to a general term. Turnitin allow you, you look at that. If you think this one, you don't copy with other works, just similar to technical terms, scientific name. You just put them out over this and exclude these text. Exclude this text. Just click on this. They will exclude for you. You got the idea? So Turnitin cannot know that this one is plagiarism, this one is paraphrase. They will detect exactly the same as you, even a single word, or even a sentence, or even a whole paragraph. So you have to design. The next step, you look at that, move to another one. Again, move to next step again. What about this? Goods and service. Can you change a word to another meaning? To another word? Can you? Can you change good to what word? It's suit for good. So you have to remain that. I cannot. No choice for this. So if you don't change, it doesn't mean you are plagiarism or copy from other works. This is general term. You can use this feature, excuse this text again. They will execute for you. And other one, you look at that, move to another one. You just move match to match, match to match. Again, you're allowed to execute this text. And what about this one? Longer than sentence. The same idea. A chord. And you look at that, you code it, and we have a lead sentence, admit that, and you give a citation. So this means you don't copy from other works. So suppose I have checks page by page, single word by single word. And now I will bring you another option for you to apply a filters to execute your match. So move to another features that can help you to reduce or makes percentage is down to maybe 20. Just use this feature, a filter. So just one click on filter and scroll down. The filter that I want to mention you, we call exclusion filter. Exclusion filter. Mentioned earlier. You look at that, you already check a single page. The sentence that turned in the text, I already cite and give a quote. So you can use apply to one feature. Just exclude me a quoted text. A quoted text is mean any sentence or text encode with the quotation like this. Just exclude these texts and apply filter. You look at that. 26 down to 18%. 18%. You got the idea? So this is the first step. So I recommend you to check sentence by sentence, page by page, even the single quote. But after that, you apply a filter, the first filter. And other one, you look at that, another filter that I want to introduce you. Exclude cited text. Have you imagined cited text? Show you how it look like. Cited text. Cited text. You look at that. Suppose you just shout your chapter 1. A cited text. You look at that on this. Mutation in canine superoxidase and give the citation. This means you look at a citation format. Citation format. Cliff, etc. and 2008 13. The text in front of this we call cited text. When you upload to the iThenticate, will detect canine superoxidase because you just use this idea. From this idea, you just apply your own word and give the credit to Cliff. So when you check the iThenticate, will detect canine and cliff. And now you say, if I mention 100 times, your percentage is increasing. I want to exclude this sign that text. iThenticate allow you just use this one. Exclude sign that text and apply again. Apply again. So this is good for chapter 2, chapter 1, and introduction. We call exclude code that text and sign that text. And another one, what about bibliography? Do you think? Can you cheating on bibliography? So I will give you a case study from this university. Last 2 years, the main graduate student, submit the thesis. The iThenticate detects 50 of reference similar to the previous research. I mean the previous thesis that graduated in 2 years before. And then the graduate school call from the student to explain that why the whole list of your reference exactly the same as the previous thesis that's graduated in 2 years ago. The students say, I just copy the reference, select the thesis, do the similar topics as me, and use the list of reference and copy to my thesis. This is we call the plagiarism or not. If you are advisor, you will let them pass or let you pass if you copy reference from others. What do you think? Can you? Allow you? No. So if you do like this, you think about the word valid, or validity. Suppose I'm your advisor. How can you prove me? This is the valid reference. And this is mapped to your chapter 2. You prove me. But you don't start research. You just copy from other previous research. You just don't check the valid. Don't check the data. Don't check information that's to you or not. So this is not allowed. This student have to come back and start from the step 1 again. Start researching, literature review again. So waste of time of this. So this is one we call source-based plagiarism. Source-based plagiarism. And these students say to Ajahn, say, I cannot find the primary literature. How can I do it? Because this book is very rare. I cannot find it in Thailand or even any library in the world. How you can solve this problem? Have you heard about cite the secondary source? Have you heard about secondary source? Suppose you feel this text is very important for you, published in 19,000s, 100 years ago. You cannot find the original textbook, even the library in the world. But if you cannot cite, the thesis is not complete. And last week, you go to the library, you search for in the thesis, one thesis, mention to this text. On chapter 2, mention to this text on chapter 2. But published in 2 years ago from the previous research in thesis. You use that thesis add the secondary source to mention through that thesis. We call the secondary source. But you have to give the word cited in the name of thesis, the order of thesis, and the year of publish. So this is another chance because you cannot find the original one, the primary literature. You have an option, cite the secondary literature, cite from the thesis. You got the idea? I can repeat you again. Suppose you are an engineer. You have to cite the core book published in 100 years ago. But you cannot find the original one, original text. If you cannot cite your thesis is not complete, you cannot send the whole thesis. But you come to the library, you start searching again, you found one thesis published in 2 years ago, the same topics as you, but this thesis cite the original source that published in 100 years ago, that the core book from the engineer. You change the way to cite the primary one, but you cite from this thesis instead of the primary source. We call cite the thesis is a secondary source. You have to give the citation like this. Suppose you look at that. You may say that this is cited in, followed by the author of thesis, and followed by the year that published. This we call a cited in. And then what is? You got the idea? So you have a chance. If you cannot find the original one, you can ask why the secondary source. But you have to give to the leader, this is not the primary one. This is the second source, You give it the cited in. So this we call exclude bibliography. You can apply to, you look at that, you got 18%. When you apply exclude me a reference list, it's down to 12%. This is we call the exclude. And another filters that I will recommend you, you look at that, exclude small match. Exclude small match. So small match, you think about the general term, university name, Prince of Songkhla, country names, Thailand, Pakistan, Russia, United States. So this is just called range in maybe X word, or even scientific name. So I want to apply. You look at that, you just one click. The iThenticate will add a number for you, X word. That means Turnitin will exclude any sources that match up to X word. I will exclude for you. Suppose they found a word, sweet, amina, just 3 words from this source, they will exclude for you. Another one, they found canine superoxidized, just 2 words from this source, will exclude for you. On another one, found your name and your last name, just 2 words, they will exclude for you. So this is the length that Turnitin will exclude the source for you. Especially we found in general terms, technical terms, or even the country name. You just use this one and apply to. You look at that, your percentage is decreasing 10%. So don't look at the similarity index as a just, because they cannot tell. Suppose you got 30%. So do I look like I copy from other works? The answer is no. You have to look at in the individual source. If the individual source detects one math longer than 2 lines, it say that is potential plagiarism. And now you have to decide come with code or without code. If without code, it means you copy from other works. You got the idea? I want you to pay attention on single match, not pay attention on the percentage in similarity only. You have to look at in the individual source too. So repeat it again. I will repeat a step again. You look at a 10%. If university set a criteria, not up to 30%, you happy on it? I'm lower than 30. That means I pass it. It's long. So if I'm a gateway school, 10% not enough. I have to look at the individual source. That maybe you take some paragraph from other works and put it on maybe chapter 5. Chapter 5 should be your own work, not similar to other work. If you exactly the same, at least 2 sentences in chapter, maybe in the results, it look 20% or 30%, I'm not believe you. This is your own research. Even your result you copy from other works, can I believe you? I think no. So, but if 2 sentences you add in chapter 2, it can be possible on this. Maybe I recommend you, can you like it? Can you paraphrase it and resubmit to me again? Because this is, you have to preview your previous work or review your previous research or preview the basics background of this knowledge. So it can be similar to another works, but I think this one can change to your own word. Let's change. But if you cannot change, give the quote and give the citation. So this is the idea. Use as a tool. You got the idea? Yeah. Another one, I will show you again. A source that turn in use as a major source to compare with. The first one you look at that, if you want to check against with only the websites that I can familiar with, you can uncheck other and leave the internet content with checks and apply filter again. The turn-in view checks only the website, show you the source from the website that's similar to your work. This is another filter. And another one, if you want to publish the papers, you want to compare with a published articles, the recent research. You just click on this publication and apply to. This one will show you only the publication that's similar to you. You can go directly to website This is another source that you can apply to. And another filters I mentioned earlier, the cost left. You remember the cost left? What is the cost left? You familiar with the DOI number? This is the agents that assigns from the individual journal with the DOI. The DOI generates by this one. Suppose you are the owner of the journals. You want to have the DOI. You have to come to call left, say, hey, I want to be a member of you. The cost left will let you pay a fees, the annual fees, and generate you the prefix, 10 point something. And your journal, you have to generate the suffix. So this one will check the members of the cost left. You think about any journal that provide you the DOI. I just click on this and search only the published journals and show you like this. They show you the same as this. You just one click on this and go directly to this, the DOI, the permanent link, the DOI link, and click on this. They will link out for you, show you in Taylor and Francis. So this is what we call the cost left. So this is good for you if you have a plan to submit to the international journal. You got almost 50,000 journal to compare with you. This is what we call the cost left. And the last one, if you want to print the report out, print the report out. They allow you to print out. You just click on this and one click on similarity report. Download it, similarity report, even the AI. So some of you send to your colleague, you just click send the email, send the email. So this is how to view the report and how to interpret or translate the report in general words. And the last one, we call the AI. I come to the AI, just one click on AI. AI, you look at that. The AI detection. So you got similarity report on this. It gets found only 3%. But the thing in detects, hey, this one prepared by machine or by AI. Show you the detection. The detection is 100% on this. And you want to navigate you what page, what sentence. You put the mouse over the science color and we show you the page or directly to the page that the detection found that they show you like this. This one I prepared by ChatGPT and use the in checks the in can detect or not. This is the AI detection. So you don't need to do 2 times. They do once, but separate the report. Just indicate the report. Any questions so far? Easy to use? Easy to use. So I will summarize for you for the user, So for compare with other works, you just use this one. Repository comparisons. One click on browse, call for the file, and upload. Change the titles and wait for a report. And now you want to manage files to create a single file in group or move to a group. Very easy. Suppose this is your first draft for proposal. You just one click on this and use this one. Move. I want to move my further thesis. Just one click and move. When you come to thesis folder, you will just open it and you got two files. You upload two folder. So this is you can manage your file and make a group for them. Easy to navigate, easy to look back, easy to get the report, like a log file. So this is one. So another option that I want to show you, copy doc to doc, document to document. Use this feature, doc to doc comparison, doc to doc comparisons. The first one, main files, use as an original. Suppose you have a first draft, your first research, make it an original one. Just one click on this and open it. And print out your names, type your names, type your name, followed by your last names. And then comparison files. You can upload 1 to 5, 1 to 5, maximum 5 files. I select one on this, one on this, and another one, the last one, 3 files is enough, and confirm. This is compared with only the main one. So we call doc to docs. We call doc to doc. You got an idea? So you can check yourself plagiarism or not. The second one, you may, hey, my colleagues in my research team, they copy my idea. They copy my word. So I want to check you are similar to me in the results or not. You just use this one. So when the report is ready, you can look at that. Similarity index, doc to doc. You just put them all over this and open it. Open the report. Then we open you a main file. And this one show you the comparison file. Start from the first one, tier in heaven support. Exactly the same as you, 100%. You just look at that, the same as you. But the second file, understanding AI, I'm not found, similar to you. And the third one, I'm not found. So the tier in heaven is similar as you. This one we call doc to docs. So this is another feature that you can apply to check your own with your colleagues, to check your own with the previous research that's similar to the previous research or not. Or even checks your proposals similar to your colleague or not. You should use this one, doc to docs. So I come to the last section. I finish on this similarity report. Any questions so far? Let's check from Zoom. So we answered it in Zoom. The Zoom say, I have used iThenticate several times during my study at PSU. I have found it checks result to be inconsistent. For examples, I load a paragraph and I authenticate declare it to be AI generated text. Then after I manually paraphrase it, indicate, declare it not to be. However, a few months later, I recheck the same paragraph and I declare it to be AI again. Perhaps there is something I'm not understanding. So this one is the general question I found every day. So, answer is the trend in iThenticate. The AI detection have to be trained every day. Train that this some word in this word, it look like the AI language. This is a human language. Someday, today, you just start from your own word. The AI may confuse. This is not a human writing. This is the AI writings. In the iThenticate, we have know that sometimes they understand the sentence, some sentence, they think this is the AI. They think prepared by AI. The thing will say, if you found this percent, start from 1% to 19%. We don't display the percentage. It look like this. You look at that. I will answer you later. I will show you how they calculate on this. You look at that. Hang on. You look at that. If you found it, you got like an asterisk followed by percent. It means in the text, I found some sentence look like the AI writing, but just only 1%, 2%, or up to 19%. I don't show you because maybe I confuse that is the AI or that is the human writing. So this one, this is we call the error that make you maybe misunderstand it and we don't display it. But I'm sure start from this 20%. This is created by AI. So suppose they report you got 20%. That means I'm sure maybe 99% or 95% this intent prepared by AI. Because I exactly the train to recognize it. This is not human. But if they don't find it, just show you 0%. So back to student question. Student question say, the first time I upload to the iThenticate, they detect that this is AI writing. So this is mean they recognize this language. It not look like the human. Well, we'll give you the report. Hey, AI writings. But, some students confirm that this is my own word. This is my own word. I just start writing and upload to the iThenticate. One iThenticate say that it's the AI. So this is because this machine have been trained. Style like this is the AI. But not just you that this is the AI. Just the machine say that. But if they prove that this is from you, suppose advisor prove that this is from you, it doesn't matter. Even the turn-in say that AI, you forget it. But if the detects whole page, and say that AI, but you objection say, no, this is mine, I prepared. I don't believe that. Because the text, the whole page. In the whole page, similar to the AI, I think this is not prepared by you. It's prepared by AI. This is another answer. Come to you again. You say that the first time the AI detects this is prepared by AI. You say, come and rely again, upload again. iThenticate say, no file. No file at all. This is the first question. And you say, later, in a month later, I upload that paragraph again. But I already realized in my own. The iThenticate detect again, AI again. What the answer from this question? What do you think? So the answer is every day the iThenticate will be trained again. This kind of thing, it look like the AI language. This thing is look like AI language. When your previous uploadings in month ago, that times have not been changed as the AI. It look like the human on that times. They report 0%. After month later, your sentence, your text have been trained another one in a month later as an AI. They use the data in that the recent day say that it's not human anymore. Sorry about that. This is AI. So that means this is the answer. But in fact, you if your own. Yep. Yes. I got your question. You cannot prove on this because the reason, another things. Suppose I give the case from the publisher first. Some publishers say some section allow you to use the AI. Some section, they don't allow you. But you have to declare on this. Suppose Taylor and Francis support say that on section results have to detect 0% because this is your own results, have to be your own word, not similar to AI. But in introduction, they say you can use the AI to summarize, your AI to prepare for you. I got this one, it's 20% is enough. So this is the exception. But some publishers say 100% have to be prepared by you. Even got 20%, I will reject you. And suppose in university, advisor lets you expand it. You have to expand that. This today, the machine have not been trained as an AI language. In the letters, maybe not only you use the same sentence as this, the AI learn too in every day. Like suppose you perfect in English, I learn from you every day, every day. I will recognize if the sentence written like the same as this, I will use your structure as my own machine idea. In month later, your sentence will become an AI writing. Even you use your own language. So this is hard to prove that, but you can prove, suppose you look at that. You look at it. Suppose you say that you say in the take on this. For me, if the text a page, 2 pages, or more than 20%, maybe advisor don't believe you. This is your prepare by your own. But you have to declare on this. If declare it, they don't believe you. They believe the machine. How to say that? How to say that? But if the text only a few sentence, for me, it's okay. So maybe they will understand that human is AI, or AI is a human. It can be. So this is the answer. But for publishers, some publishers, I recommend you to read guide for order. Some publishers, they have the statement allow and not allow you to use the AI. And how many percent or how many sentence that publisher can accept. I recommend you to read the guide for order. Guide for order. But for the university, you can expand by word. You just come and meet advisor and expand it. They will understand it. They will understand it. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Which one? What's your question again? Which one? Submission broken into overlapping segment that you want to make expand on this? Okay. Suppose your papers, we count its totals 10 pages. For each page contain maybe 20 sentence for each page. Suppose you use these models. They will divide your page in segments. The first segment we call just start up to 10 sentence. From first sentence on to 10 sentence. This is the segment 1. And you got 20 sentence in a page. And another segment, we don't start from 11 sentence as a second segment. Maybe we'll go to 5 sentence. We call overlap. Why we use this model? because they have to lead about your context. You understand the context research. Suppose your research mentioned about maybe marijuana should be legal. Your first segment, you talk about marijuana is a plant in topicals, and they have contain two substance that can make you mobile on this. And another one, you use another marijuana and talk about in different contexts. Maybe use marijuana as ingredient for cooking. So this is different context or the same context. If they found that this is introduction, this decides the same context. So you can, this one we call overlap. But if they found the second segment, you just mentioned about marijuana is one of drugs, not use marijuana as maybe in medical purpose, you use in another terms. But that kind mean different contexts. So the in will treat as maybe in different, maybe not in the same context. They won't detect, use the AI language the same as this, because you use another, repeat you again. The first one, you talk about your topics, marijuana should be legal. The first page is introduction. You have to give the leaders about the marijuana, the definition, what's the marijuana glow in, what's the benefit of marijuana, something like this. This is the segment one. And the segment two, you just only mention marijuana, just one word, as maybe one type of drugs, not related to the context in the introduction. So when they use the AI, they treat this not different context. We cannot use the standard from the first one to say that this is an AI nothing, because you use another type of language or another type of explanation. So we will treat you maybe zero score, the same as human. So this is we call the overlappings to check your research context that related to each segment or not. You got the idea? So the same as me, suppose you are humans, you are my advisors, you check my thesis. The first one, I just talk about the definition, introduction about marijuana. And the second segment, I just move to marijuana is a class that maybe used as the serious drugs or number one drug that's used most people use as primary drugs or something like that, not related to the previous segment. Your advisor say, hey, this is not the context, same as the previous one. Just rely again. So the same thing, you use that standard as the AI. So the AI will detect it if in introduction, the language the same as this. So if you use the same context, I will treat as the AI, 100% AI. But the context is different. Maybe hey, this is AI in the same context or AI in drugs. So I confused. I cannot give you a score. So maybe you get zero because I don't have any idea this is AI or not. So this is mean the overlap. You got on? Do I answer you? So maybe AI confused that, hey, this is AI or not AI. I confused because context is different. So I cannot have the information to decide this is the AI or not. So I will give you 0 because you are human. So there's something. Yes. This is the overlapping. Yep. Any questions so far on this? So if you don't have any question, you have further question, you can come and ask the librarian. I have question on this. The librarian will answer you. I hope today you got the answers for using the Turnitin as a tool, iThenticate as a tool. Don't use iThenticate as a just. And you know how it works, and you know how to interpret the report. So thank you for your attention. See you later. ขอบคุณครับ Thank you. I finish. Any questions so far from Zoom? You can leave the message.
Okay, everyone, please kindly complete the activity evaluation from in the chat box.